Hey warriors, what if I told you that most people today are living in quiet defeat, not because they lack talent, but because they lack strength of mind? We scroll endlessly, we compare, we envy. We drown in comfort yet feel empty. We avoid pain yet still suffer. The truth is simple. Comfort is killing us slowly. Struggle, though harsh, carries the seed of real power. The Stoics knew this long before smartphones or social media. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That isn't just a quote, it's a weapon, a way to remain calm in chaos. Stoicism doesn't make life easy, it makes you unshakable. In this video, we will dive into 10 brutal Stoic rules that will force you to rise, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Not soft words, not motivational fluff. Real philosophy, tested in fire. So stay with me until the end, because even one missed rule could cost you strength when you need it most. Let's begin. Rule 1. Embrace discomfort. Most people run from pain. The Stoics ran toward it. Think of your greatest growth moments. Did they come when life was easy, or when you had to fight through hardship? Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, illness, and war, yet ruled with calm. Seneca slept on the floor and ate plain food, training his spirit. Discomfort is not your enemy. It is your training ground. Avoid small pain now, and bigger pain will crush you later. But face discomfort daily, and fear begins to die. Warriors are forged in fire, not in comfort. Rule 2. Master your emotions. If anger rules you, if fear directs you, if laziness controls you, then you are a slave. Epictetus, once a slave himself, said, "Any person capable of angering you becomes your master." Every time someone's words ruin your peace, you hand them your power. Stoicism doesn't erase emotions. It teaches you to pause, breathe, and respond with reason. Feel anger, but do not act in anger. Feel fear, but still move forward. That is freedom. That is mastery. Rule 3. Stop expecting fairness. Life does not promise fairness. Work hard, and someone else may be rewarded. Love deeply and still be abandoned. Do right and still suffer. Marcus Aurelius saw injustice every day as emperor, but he never wasted time demanding fairness. He built inner strength instead. Seneca said, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." Warriors don't wait for life to be fair. They grow strong enough to endure when it isn't. Rule 4. Focus on what you can control. The Stoics said true power lives in a small circle. Your thoughts, your choices, your actions. Everything else is beyond you. Epictetus taught, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." You cannot control the storm, but you can control how you steer your ship. Stop wasting energy on opinions, on outcomes, on futures you cannot control. Ask yourself daily, is this within my power? If yes, act. If no, release. Strength is focus. Rule 5. Practice voluntary hardship. In a world addicted to comfort, discipline becomes a weapon. The Stoics didn't wait for life to test them. They tested themselves first. Seneca wrote, "Set aside a number of days, with coarse food and rough dress, asking, 'Is this what I feared?' Fast for a day. Take a cold shower. Refuse a luxury you can afford. Wake before dawn. Not punishment, preparation. Because when life strips you of comfort, you will not break. You will smile. You've been here before." Rule 6. Detach from outcomes. Most people obsess over results, money, recognition, success. But the Stoics focused on the process. Effort is yours. Outcomes are not. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things beyond our control. Love the work. Write not to go viral, but to sharpen your mind. Train not only to win, but to master your body. Build not for applause, but for pride in your craft. When you detach from results, you never lose, because your victory is in showing up with discipline." Rule 7. Remember death. Memento mori. Remember you will die. Most people live as if they are immortal. They waste hours scrolling, arguing, delaying their dreams. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." Death is not a curse. It is a mirror. It burns away the trivial. It gives urgency. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Warriors don't fear death. They fear a wasted life. Rule 8. Live for virtue, not approval. Most live for applause, for likes, for validation. The Stoics lived for virtue. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Just that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter. Be honest even if it costs you. Keep your word even when no one is watching. Train hard even when no one sees." Seneca said, "I will govern my life as if the whole world were watching." Warriors are not built on followers or fame. They are built on principles. Virtue is strength that cannot be taken. Rule 9. Accept fate. Love it. The Stoics called it amor fati, love of fate. To accept not only what happens, but to embrace it. Life will hit you with storms, betrayal, failure. You can resist and break, or accept and bend. Marcus Aurelius said, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything thrown into it." Warriors don't just endure fate, they use it. They turn setbacks into fuel, pain into power, loss into wisdom. Amor fati is not resignation, it is transformation. Rule 10. Act with courage, every single day. The Stoics knew that fear is natural, written into our very biology, but they also taught that cowardice is a decision. Epictetus reminded his students that the true test is not whether you tremble, but whether you act despite trembling. Seneca wrote words that still pierce the heart centuries later. "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Think about that. The majority of the things that terrify us never even happen. Yet we suffer twice, once in fear and once in reality. Most people wait until the fear fades before they dare to take a step forward. But those who live by Stoic courage don't wait. The warrior walks forward even while fear whispers in his ear, even when the hands shake and the heart pounds. Courage is not about erasing fear. It is about looking fear directly in the eye and moving anyway. Every single day, life gives you two roads, the easy path of comfort or the hard road of courage. The Stoic never hesitates. The Stoic chooses courage. And these 10 rules, these are not just pretty motivational phrases to give you a sugar rush of inspiration for 5 minutes. They are not meant to be slogans to screenshot and forget. They are forged as principles, as weapons for the soul and shields for the mind. Marcus Aurelius did not write to cheer himself up. He wrote to survive the crushing weight of being emperor while plague spread and war raged. Seneca did not meditate on hardship for entertainment. He endured exile, betrayal, and the threat of execution. Epictetus was not free when he began his journey. He was a slave, beaten and humiliated, yet he rose to become a philosopher whose words still train the mind like sharpened steel. These men wrote not for comfort, but for strength, for resilience, for freedom. What they gave us are not words to admire, but tools to wield. And now, warrior, the choice passes to, you. Today you face the same fork in the road. You can keep scrolling, keep numbing yourself with endless distraction, keep living quietly in defeat. Or you can rise. You can choose to train your mind like a soldier sharpens his blade. You can learn to master your emotions before they master you. You can accept the blows of fate without collapsing. You can decide to live for virtue, not vanity. You can practice daily until you become unshakable. And understand this, not tomorrow, not someday, when life feels easier. The Stoics said the time is always now. The moment is today. So here is your call to action. Do not just nod along. Do not just listen passively. Write this into your heart, and then into the comments. I am becoming unshakable, day by day. Declare it, because words shape identity, and identity shapes action. Like this video, if even one rule struck your heart. Share it with someone who is stumbling in darkness and needs a hand to rise. And subscribe, not because we are chasing numbers, but because here together, we are forging a community of warriors. People who reject the comfort trap. People who pursue strength, clarity, and meaning with relentless discipline. Remember this as you go. Every hardship is training. Every obstacle is not a curse, but the way forward. Every single choice you make today is chiseling the person you are becoming tomorrow. And if you fall, rise again. Do not stop. Do not retreat. Continue to walk with courage until the day comes when nothing can break you. Do not stop until you become unstoppable.